Personal and professional traits of a teacher in the new millennium. Number 1, absolute honesty. The first secret to success of being a teacher is to say only things that are true and to say them with total consistency. Teachers get into trouble when they say one thing to the department head, one thing to the student, and one thing to the management. People cannot relax and produce at their finest in an atmosphere of distortion and concealment. Honesty brings out the best in everyone. In other words, integrity is not just a noble idea, it's a tool for personal and professional success. Teachers must be honest, even brutally honest with themselves. They want to know the truth, even though the truth sometimes is personally painful. Number 2, fairness. Scrupulous attention to fairness distinguishes the teachers of the new millennium. They do what they say they are going to do. They don't do what they say they are going to do. And all of this is carried out across the board, fairness and consistency. Number 3, self-knowledge. Human beings are born learning, and the moment we stop learning, we start to die. Teachers must be particularly concerned with learning about themselves. They recognize that our minds, bodies, and spirits are the instruments by which we carry out our actions. So they put a great deal of attention on examining their motives, history, and feelings. Teachers today must be committed to their own learning and at the same time committed to helping others learn. The attitude of inquiry, of wonder, is sacred to them. Number 4, non-dogmatic spirituality. Generally, teachers today tend to be allergic to dogma and often remain at a distance from religion in its more structured forms. Rather, they attempt to live their lives from the universal sources of spirituality that underlie differing beliefs. It is important for teachers to stay out of theology and potentially divisive beliefs about spirituality, and instead focus on the unifying benefits of spiritual practice. Number 5, they get more by doing less. Teachers today put a great deal of attention on learning to be in the present because they have found that this is the only place from which time can be expanded. If you are in the present, not caught up by regret about the past or anxiety about the future, time essentially becomes malleable. When one is in the grip of the past or the future, there is never enough time because one is trying to be in two places at once. If one is standing in the present while the mind is somewhere else, there is a fundamental split that produces pressure and tension. Only by coming into the present can the teacher today master time. Number 6, they call for the best in themselves and others. Most mystical traditions speak of a clear space at the center of themselves, whether it is called soul or spirit or essence. It is what some call the higher self and represents who we really are at the core. Teachers today must know how to stay focused on this essence in themselves and in their co-workers and how to bring it forth reliably. Essence is distinct from person. Persona. Persona, coming from a word that means mask, is the mask we wear to survive in the world. Teacher today must develop a kind of double vision, at once able to see the mask and the essential person inside. This skill has a high payoff in confronting different people, because teachers today see and honor the person's essence. They can say things like, "You can be a total jerk," and have it meaningfully received. Without respect of the person's essence, the same comment triggers resistance. Number 7, a special sense of humor. Teachers are quick to point out the quirks of life and the human animal, and they are quick to include themselves in the joke. They can laugh at themselves and do so because they have embodied a basic duality, the sacredness of life and the utter absurdity of it at times. Number 8, keen distant vision and up-close focus. Many people has a grasp of the nuts and bolts reality of the moment. They can look at the way things are and not flinch. On the other end of the spectrum, there are also people who can see the possibilities on the horizon. But often, these two skills, keen distant vision and equally keen up-close focus, do not come in the same package. In teachers today, they must. Number 9, an unusual self-discipline. Teachers of the new millennium must be fiercely disciplined, but it is a discipline born out of passion. They generally do not rely on the kind of authoritarian discipline that is driven by fear. They motivate themselves through a clear sense of purpose, not with the shoulds and oughts of a fantasized ideal. This type of discipline makes them flexible and adaptable rather than rigid. Teachers today are passionate people. They play to win, but more importantly, they play to play. To play with passion requires discipline. There is no other way to generate the tireless source of energy that passion runs on. They set high standards and hold on to them. The act of making good on commitments to oneself and others is what generates the high level of energy needed to run a successful life. Number 10, balance. Teachers today must keep an eye on balancing their lives in 4 main areas: intimacy, including marriage, family, and close friendship; work, spirituality, and community, including social and political life. The balance between work and intimacy is usually where problems occur. Many people mess up by trying to get their home needs met at work and vice versa. Part of the problem is time management, but more fundamentally, it is a matter of commitment to balance, logic and emotion, home and work, future and now. All of this can be sources of deep division, splits within ourselves that can destroy us. But with the proper commitment and some practice, they can also be sources of unity in the healed wholeness of ourselves. This is the territory that the teachers today will walk, not unfalteringly, but with commitment and passion. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.